You can't debate opinions. When journalists are involved and vote, they vote whatever they want.
Dominating in the Champions League but ignored at the Ballon d'Or. Who and why did so many Champions League stars fail in the race for the crown of world football? Today we show you how Champions League heroes like Zidane and Kahn were overlooked and why the European crown is not all that matters. So stay until the end. The Champions League at club level is the most important title in football. The Ballon d'Or is the most important individual award. So the question is, why doesn't the best player in the Champions League win the Ballon d'Or? And what does this say about the evaluation of performance and success in football? Today we will analyze the Champions League Player of the Season rankings from 2000 to 2007 and compare them to the Ballon d'Or winners. The year 2000 is directly the most harsh comparison in today's video. The Ballon d'Or winner that year was Luis Figo, but the Champions League MVP was Fernando Redondo. However, he didn't even make it into the top 10 of the Ballon d'Or. Redondo impressed in defensive midfield for Real Madrid and helped them to win the Champions League. Figo moved from Barca to Real Madrid in the summer of 2000 and provided a total of 30 scorer in 52 games for Barca, but did not win a title with the Catalans. He then provided 41 scorer in 49 games for Real Madrid in the following season. He won the Ballon d'Or mainly for his performances at the Euros, in which Portugal made it to the semi-finals. But Figo was neither top assister, goal scorer, nor player of the tournament. Zidane won this title. In this year, the Ballon d'Or particularly hurt the German fans. In the Champions League, FC Bayern won the final against Valencia on penalties. The hero of the match and Champions League MVP was Oliver Kahn, but in the Ballon d'Or he only finished third behind Owen and Raul. The young Owen scored 24 goals in 48 games for Liverpool that season and helped the Reds win the FA, League and UEFA Cup. This example shows even more clearly that in the 2000s the strikers have clearly advantage in the Ballon d'Or and are also preferred, as the Ballon d'Or is usually awarded to players who not only impressed individually but also provide goals and assists. Goalkeepers rarely have a realistic chance of winning the title. The World Cup took place in Japan and South Korea that year, and let's just say, it had a major impact on the Ballon d'Or. At the World Cup, a certain Ronaldo impressed with his legendary hairstyle and helped Brazil become world champions with 8 goals, 2 of them in the final. Real Madrid won the Champions League with a legendary volley from Zidane, who was also crowned player of the tournament. In the Ballon d'Or, however, Zidane only just made it to the 4th place, due to the disastrous World Cup that France played and finished 4th in their group. Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or with just 16 goals in the whole year. But to be fair, he was injured for 2 years and played almost no games before the World Cup. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see a second part, let us know by smashing the like button and subscribing the channel. For the first time in this list, the Champions League MVP also won the Ballon d'Or, Pavel Nedved. However, there is still a debate today as to whether Thierry Henry didn't deserve it more, as the Frenchman scored 32 goals and provided 23 assists that season, more than twice as many as Nedved. 2004 was one of the most bizarre years in football history, with the biggest underdogs winning the biggest titles such as Greece the Euros and Porto the Champions League. By winning the Champions League, Deco also won the award for the best player of the tournament, but it was only enough for the 2nd place in the Ballon d'Or. 1st place went to Andriy Shevchenko. Shevchenko scored 29 goals this season and won the Serie A with AC Milan, while Deco impressed with 29 assists, 10 of them in the Champions League alone. If Portugal had won the Euro final, Deco would certainly have finished 1st in the Ballon d'Or. Liverpool overcame a 0-3 against AC Milan in the Champions League final and won on penalties, with Steven Gerrard becoming the hero of the match and player of the tournament. In the Ballon d'Or, however, Gerrard only finished 3rd behind Ronaldinho and Frank Lampard. Ronaldinho was simply too good for anyone that year. He won the La Liga with Barca for the first time in 6 years and received a standing ovation at the 3-0 win against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. At the Ballon d'Or, he had almost twice as many votes as Lampard and Gerrard. 2006 was the best year of Ronaldinho's career, with 50 scorer in 45 games, Champions League winner and of course MVP. Nevertheless, he was only able to finish 4th in the Ballon d'Or behind Cannavaro, Buffon and Henry. In the same year, however, there was also the World Cup in Germany, in which Dinho and Brazil were unable to really perform, and Italy won the tournament against France on penalties. Since the international tournaments at the Ballon d'Or simply count much more, and Cannavaro showed outstanding performances as captain, he also won the Ballon d'Or in the end. The player of the tournament at the World Cup was Zidane, who ended his career immediately after the tournament. The last year in this list, Kaka won both trophies and absolutely deserved it. The Brazilian was particularly brilliant in the Champions League with his outstanding technique and brilliance, and his performance against Manchester United in the semi-final is still remembered to this day. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi took the 2nd and 3rd place in the Ballon d'Or. After this year, an era was to begin, and that would last a long time. And it is precisely this era that we would like to introduce to you in the second part. Let us know in the comments if you would like a second part, and which Champions League player in this list you think deserved the Ballon d'Or, but didn't get it. Thanks for watching guys, and see you